Outlet Liquor is your place to buy a case. Stock up and save when you shop the lowest prices available every day at Outlet Liquor. You never have to wait for a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Only at Outlet Liquor.
What's your outlet?
Welcome to Draft Night edition of I'll Hang Up and Listen. I am the host of Two Goalies, One Mike, Duane Steinau. Remember, this is brought to you by, as the sponsor said, Outlet Liquor, the place to buy a case on Georgia River Boulevard. Just about 10 minutes ago, Buffalo stayed at 13th overall and selected, honestly, we all know the name Zach Benson from the Winnipeg Ice, former line mate of last year's 9th overall pick, Matthew Savoy, out of the WHL. 98 points in 60 games this year. And I've read some incredible stuff on this kid. I'm extremely excited. I know he's on the smaller side, but he has a ton of speed. And it'll be interesting to see down the line when he does decide, when he does make that jump to the NHL, him play obviously with a former teammate Matthew Savoy, how, if they, are able to continue that chemistry that they had. Just a lot to talk about, a lot to unfold here and unpack, but very, very excited. Zachary Benson at 13th overall for the Buffalo Sabres. And before we get right into it here, I was extremely happy just to see this kid's reaction when interviewed. Right here, I'll share my screen, but super excited. Here is now future Buffalo Sabre, Zachary Benson.
Very much. Well, Zach, you told me you were worried you were going to black out when you heard your name called. How did it go?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's pretty surreal, and I'm so stoked to be a Buffalo Sabre.
You grew up spending your summers traveling city to city, town to town in Western Canada with your family's carnival business. What did your family teach you about work ethic?
Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work. Just watching my grandpa and dad, what they do every day. It's a lot of hard work, and they're definitely an inspiration in my life.
Okay, you're ready to put the hard hat on for the Buffalo Sabres. Just lastly, you have friends over my shoulder and family. Do you want to say hi?
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, guys? What's up, Younger?
Congratulations and have fun tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, I mean, you got to love the enthusiasm from the kid. Again, I know we've kind of stockpiled so many forwards, but we were loaded before. Now it's not even fair how loaded we are up front. A lot of analysts, experts expected Buffalo to go defense here. Quite a few defensemen went early. The Russian that I don't know, a lot of people, including myself, kind of hope would follow the Buffalo, but I also never thought Zach Benson would follow the Buffalo at 13. So, kudos to Kevin Adams for being patient, staying put. Mite Michkev went obviously to the Philadelphia Flyers. Danny Briere's first pick as a general manager in the National Hockey League, gets potentially the second best player in the draft. And if you follow at JFresh Hockey, they do all their player cards around the big analytics gurus. Only two players had 100% on in both categories, and it was Connor Bedard and Michkev. So I know that was a pipe dream, but over the moon excited for Zachary Benson, and I'm going to share some highlights here too with you guys because this kid is incredible, and we'll share a few videos here from the Charging Buffalo, always kind of on top of things. Always on top of things. The second the pick is made, they're on top of it. So again, a lot to be excited about here when it comes to this kid. Obviously, there's no rush to get him here. You're so loaded up front with players over the last 3 years that you've taken in the first round. Yuri Kulik was lighting the AHL on fire last year. You have Isaac Rosine, Matthew Savoy, who will probably return to junior hockey. But again, this kid has such good net front presence, very smart hockey player, and just knows how to get to those areas of the ice that most players aren't really willing to go. I believe that was actually the former teammate Matthew Savoy. Just look at this kid, just in and around the net. How can you not be excited about this kid? I wish the sound was on. Unfortunately, it's not. But just look at his net front presence, man. He gets below the dots. He gets in. He finds lanes. Just how many of these goals just below the dots? It's incredible. Again, just he finds lanes, finds little sleeves to slip through, and again, also just a great distributor of the puck as well. This kid's gonna be fun to watch. Look at this. Oh my God. We just drafted Zachary Benson. And also in the pipeline, Matthew Savoy, Yuri Kulik, Isaac Rosine, Noah Oslin, Isaac Rusek. Just a lot of guys. We're just so stocked up front. It's just not even fair. And hats off. And again, hats off to Kevin Adams. Obviously, he didn't go defense here in the first round. Went with a scoring winger. It's so much fun to watch. We got about another maybe 30 seconds left in this video. Oh, yeah, definitely get the empty netter in there. Just look at this kid. Just the patience. That shot is just incredible. Look at that. Look at that using his line mate as a distraction, drags it to the front and just tucks it 5-hole. He just finds seams. He's so sneaky and quick and has a quick burst of speed. Just fun, a lot of fun to watch. We got a couple comments here from the Peanut Gallery. I think we went best player available, it seems. Happy with it. I mean, how can you not be happy with it? He definitely was the best player available on all mock boards there on the screen. And again, I wish we could get Drury on here because he is absolutely the guy to talk to when it comes to junior players in the WHL, OHL. Do we have any trades to get back at the first? They do have multiple second-round picks. We definitely could see it happen. But over the moon excited to see Zachary Benson in a Sabres uniform. Again, these are guys you probably won't see for a few years. He's not a kid that you're going to see in the NHL next year. You have so much raw potential, so many guys, so much internal competition, just looking to make an impact at training camp, at development camp, and find a way to scratch and claw to get on the roster. Matthew Savoy does not want to go back to junior. I'd imagine Rosine doesn't want to play back by Rochester. Yuri Kulik in the season he just had in the AHL, he's going to want to start the season with the Buffalo Sabres. That's, he said it last year. He goes, I plan on being in the NHL next year. He didn't get a chance to make his debut this past season, but again, he was such a relied upon player for the Rochester Americans, especially in that playoff run. He was just incredible. And has one of the best shot releases in, I would say his age group. That's why he makes I'm sorry, I already forget his name. He makes him expendable. Why can I not remember his name? Wow. This is what am I trying to think? Anyways, he made him expendable. because they have very similar shot releases, but he's so much better 5-on-5. And Yuri Kulik, again, a guy that's going to be nipping at the bud to make this roster next season. And again, just 1 second here. I apologize. Sorry. Victor Olofsson. Wow. I can't believe I forgot his name. Victor Olofsson. Yuri Kulik makes Victor Olofsson expendable because as great of a goal scorer as Victor Olofsson is, especially a power play specialist he is, Yuri Kulik does the other things better, and he's going to be less expensive. Victor Olofsson is going to be looking to get paid a little bit more. Had he played a full season, he would have scored probably 35 around there, that many goals. Yeah, thank you, Paramount Pictures. Olofsson, yes. Again, I've already, he's in my rear view mirror. I couldn't remember his name. But Zach Benson, 13th overall by the Buffalo Sabres. Very, very, very happy with the pick. I can't stress that enough. I'm going to bring it up right here. Just his player profile. Again, his J Fresh card. Something definitely to keep an eye on. And let's see here. What they had to say about him. Let's see here. I posted it earlier just to read it word for word. Still also waiting to see where he ends up. Hamburg native, Buffalo native, Quentin Musty from the Sudbury Wolves. Matthew Wood went to Nashville at 10th overall. Actually, no, not 10th. Why did I say 10th? He went 15th. Sorry. So they got a phenomenal player with some value there. I actually had him slotted for Buffalo at 13 from out of UConn. But again, I never thought Zachary Benson would fall to us at 13. Benson has been scoring at an excellent rate intermediate since in the OHL since his D2 year. His size makes him a bit more of a risk, but finding a producer of this caliber, this outside the top 10 is very, very rare. He stands at 5'10", so he's not a shrimp. I understand, some of the best goal scorers in the National Hockey League are under 6 foot. So in a league today built so much on speed, where it really highlights skill, I think in terms of that, the game's in a great place. Where you are able to highlight the speed and the skill and the talent level of players like Zachary Benson. I love this pick. I really, really do. I don't know how anybody could honestly be that upset about it. This is coming from Mitchell Brown on Twitter. He works with EP Ringside. Zachary Benson, the top passer in the 2023 NHL Draft. A puck protection machine along the boards. We saw that in the video, how well he protects the pucks. Incredibly deceptive, limitless passing skill, always chooses the right play, strikes the perfect balance between patience and pace, and he's the best defensive forward in the draft, hands down. Benson's the best non-McDavid playmaker I've ever tracked. Second all-time in expected primary assists per 60 minutes played, 5v5, 3,000 plus, and this is tracking 5-on-5 and over 3,000 players that were tracked, which basically measures passes for scoring chances. More tracking data results. Again, I'm not going to go through the analytics and the statistics of it, but pretty much this kid is smart, an incredible playmaker. And as I said before, he's easy. He's sneaky. He finds seams. That initial burst he has, when he goes from 0 to 10, like that. And he has a knack for being around the net. He's a bear on the puck, which, again, I think that is kind of what Don Granato and Kevin Adams are looking for in their players. Guys who are just absolute workhorses, machines. The second they touch the ice, they don't stop skating. Play every shift like it's your last. That's the type of player Zach Benson is. And again, extremely, extremely excited to call him a Buffalo Sabre. I'm actually going to bring this up on the screen real quick, just for you guys to view. At Mitch L. Brown, again, with EP Ringside. See if I can bring that up real quick and we can share his thoughts with you all. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, 1 second. He had just tweeted out about it. That was Ryan Leonard, Oliver Moore. Give you 1 second here. Oliver Bunk, Matthew Pudras. It was literally he just tweeted it out a minute ago. See if I can find it here. Again, sorry for the delay. Where is it? Let's see here. Let's see at John Brown, Benson. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. All righty, we'll share the screen here. Share screen. And there we go. Share. So right here, Zach Benson, the top passer in the 2023 NHL Draft. And just going to see some more highlights here from him with the Winnipeg Ice. Obviously, you see him here at the top left of the screen. Again, just look how well he protects that puck. Finds his man in front. Goal. Look at his forechecking ability. Beats him to the puck. Finds his man in front. Goal. Again, just a bear on the puck, man. Just like... Look at the stick handling abilities. It's just not even fair. This is him just distributing the puck. He hasn't scored a goal in any of these highlights yet. Yep. Distributes puck. Goal. We've yet to see him score a goal on any of these highlights. These are all just him passing the puck and just showing off his playmaking ability. I mean, just below those dots, man, he owns it. He absolutely owns it. Look at that. Just the creativity there to flip that puck over the net. This is all of him just passing and distributing. How well he just protects that puck. His patience, waiting for his man to get open. Eyes in the back of his head. Absolutely love it. You just love to see it. All right. Look at that. Just a bear on the puck. Creates turnovers. You just love to see it. But then he also goes on to say, from Richard Isaacs, I compare Benson to Marty St. Louis with his size, strength, and puck control around the net. I love that comparison because they are very similar in stature, playing style, and again, just you saw the hands on him. The kid has high IQ, just like Marty had, and majority of his time with the Tampa Bay Lightning led them to a cup. I believe it was back in 2000. Was that 2004? Might have been 2004. Him, Vincent Lecavalier, Brad Richards, Nikolai Hobby-Bulin, just an incredible team, but led by him, 100%. From Will McWeather, did you see that stat that in the past 10 WHL seasons, only Nolan Patrick and Connor Bedard had more points than Zachary Benson had in 2022-2023? It's true. The kid is a point-producing machine. Again, very surprised that he dropped to 13. Absolutely great value there for Kevin Adams. Again, extremely, extremely excited. And I want to pull up the rest of Mitchell's tweet here because there was another video attached to it as well. He called it the Zach Benson Steel Reel. So I'll pull that one up too. Again, just because it's just so much fun to watch. This kid's going to be incredible. So not this one, down here. This is the one we want. Right here. Again, just incredible. Oh, it's not letting us watch it. Hold on. Whoopsie daisy. Hold on. Let's see here. Share screen, window. That's the one we want right there. Just look at this kid. He's just got his motor just never stops. Motor just never stops. Call it the steel reel. Look at this. I mean, it's for an empty netter, but still, look at that. That's just incredible. Just gets to the net. He's willing to earn it too. You know, it doesn't matter if earn it physically. You know, leave it all out on the ice. Just look at him break up that play, going back check, forecheck, paycheck, as a good friend of mine would once said. Just his knack in the offensive zone around the net. Just a phenomenal skater, great two-way player, and high hockey IQ. I know I keep saying those things over and over again, but I can't stress enough. That's the type of player he is. And for those listening who can't see it, you know, we're just watching just video reels here of him. He's a bear on the puck. You know, once he has possession, he finds seams. He skates through them. He uses creativity, IQ, patience, you know, to allow teammates to get open. You know, Zach Benson was a big reason why Matthew Savoy had such a great season. The great junior career he did last year and prior to that. You know, playing on a line with him, just giving, you know, he opened Savoy up to have so many different types of opportunities. And now you have both these guys in your organization, and it's extremely, extremely exciting. We already watched some of these highlights, so I'll end it right there. Other notable things obviously had that happened in the draft. Things that we probably didn't expect. I didn't expect that Leo Carlsson would be picked over Adam Fantilli out of Michigan. That was definitely a surprise, seeing how great of a year Fantilli had as a freshman for Michigan. He stands in a grouping of guys like Paul Kariya and, you know, Jack Eichel. What he did as a freshman at the D1 level can't be understated. So I was really surprised. I mean, I shouldn't say really. Leo Carlsson was playing with men. You know, he wasn't playing with his own age group and excelled there for multiple years. So I can't say that I'm like surprised, like, oh my God, like, but yeah, I was surprised to see Leo Carlsson's name get called before Adam Fantilli. And then Michkov going 7th overall to the Philadelphia Flyers. Again, I know teams are a little bit hesitant because of, you know, the Russian factor, that there's a chance, you know, he's signed with the KHL. Maybe he doesn't come over. But, I mean, you are probably getting, you know, a player in every draft that didn't feature, in the last 10 years that didn't feature Connor McDavid. Michkov is going 1st overall. He's the one player that challenges Connor Bedard the most in this draft in terms of, you know, best player. You know, he's a human highlight reel. You know, he makes the Michigan move look easy over there in the KHL, and he does it, you know, on a regular basis. I mean, you just got to YouTube it, man. His highlight reels are unreal. His knack for scoring is, you know, he's expected to be the next big Russian phenom hockey player. Best probably since Alexander Ovechkin. Let's be real. There's that kind of hype around him. And we'll see what happens in Philly. Not the team I would have liked to see. I would see him go out west. Obviously, it was a pipe dream hoping Buffalo would trade up for him. But yeah, this kid is going to be a superstar in the NHL when he does make the jump to the NHL. So right here, do we get some trade tonight? Do you think we can get realistically for Olofsson on his own? Honestly, I think, listen, there are teams out there that value a guy like who can score 30 goals. I wouldn't sleep on the Vegas Golden Knights, guys. I said it last week. Jack Eichel, when he was still at Buffalo, when he was interviewed on Spit and Chicklets, flat out said that Victor Olofsson could score 40 goals in his sleep. He's very high on him. He played with him. He played online with him. Victor Olofsson's best career year came while playing with Jack Eichel. And now Jack is on a much more complete Vegas Golden Knight team than when he was here in Buffalo. And I could totally see the Vegas Golden Knights, especially after trading. And now again, Riley Smith isn't a guy, night and day different. Riley Smith is a phenomenal two-way hockey player, one of the better ones in the league, and where Victor Olofsson is very one-dimensional. But, they did free up some cap space with that trade today with Pittsburgh for a third-round pick for Riley Smith. I don't know. We'll see. I think he's worth at least a second, me personally, just because you can't, but you just don't find guys who can score 30 goals every year in this league. His shot release is one of the best in the league. I understand that, he is a very one-dimensional player, and, it does negatively affect you. But if you put him on the right team, where you put him on a line with players who can cover those things up, a defensive system that can cover those things up, I think he has a lot of value in the NHL, and he can succeed and thrive on a certain team. I've seen Carolina thrown around a lot because they're looking for more goal scoring. And that would be a team that he can go on, and he wouldn't really hurt them defensively because they're so disciplined defensively. And he can go out and play, go out there and play and just score. I don't know. We'll see. There's definitely a few teams I could definitely see him going out there. Vegas being near the top of the list, in my opinion. Again, just because I know how high Jack Eichel is on him. But outside of that, I'm going to finish up watching the rest of the draft. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see a trade back into the first round by Buffalo. I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything on Musty yet. I'm a little bit behind right now. Still nothing on Quentin Musty. So he is still on the board. Yeah. I don't know what pick they're at right now. They are currently at pick number 20. So, this is kind of where Quentin Musty in some mock drafts was projected to go. So we'll see. Seattle just picked. They picked Edward Sale out of the Czech Republic. Again, we'll see what happens. Gabriel Perreault is still on the board. Quentin Musty, a lot of great names still out there. Who knows? Maybe Kevin Adams will make a lot of Buffalo fans happy. Maybe he does find a way to trade back into the first round to select Quentin Musty. I do know he has a relationship with him. He talked about it yesterday. Knows him, knows his family. So maybe a tug at his heartstrings a little bit. Maybe he finds a way to get back in the first round and draft Quentin Musty. But I don't see it happening. There is a need to build up their defensive prospects, and I don't know how much he'd be willing to sacrifice to trade back into the first round to draft Quentin Musty. You definitely need more defensemen. You're so top heavy up front that you do need to start drafting more defensemen. So with that being said, guys, I'll let you go. Couple more comments here from the Peanut Gallery. Let's see here. We still have not done anything on the blue line yet, though. I agree. Like, as I said, I feel that they definitely do need to address the blue line without a doubt. with free agency right around the corner, do you think Graves or Klingberg a good fit? I like Graves more than Klingberg. Graves would be a great fit. I don't know, who it is. Brett Pesce his name has been, thrown around there, and Noah Hannafin, amongst others. So we'll see. I don't know. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to let you go. We were on live with you guys for 3 hours last night for our first inaugural 2 goalies, 1 mock draft with me, Ryan Drury, Connor Bedard, Connor Hurley. Which Connor Bedard were down with us? Connor Hurley and from at the Draft Analysts. Make sure you go subscribe to his Substack. Steve Cornianos was phenomenal. His attention to detail is second to none. And I highly suggest anyone go subscribe to his Substack, because he was such a delight to have on last night, and he knew anything and everything about every single player in this draft. And his research and his preparation is second to none, in my opinion. So with that being said, I'll hang up and listen. Remember, this is brought to you by Outlet Liquor, the place to buy a case over on George Urban Boulevard. Get over to Outlet Liquor. Zachary Benson, a Buffalo Sabre, at 13 overall, joining former teammate, well, not former teammate, Matthew Savoy from the Winnipeg Ice out of the WHL. 98 points in 60 games. Super excited to have him in blue and gold and red and black. Zachary Benson, Buffalo Sabre. I'll hang up and listen. You guys have a great night. If anything else comes up, we'll go live if it is deemed necessary. So you all have a good night, and talk to you later.